Hello.
Hi there. Happy Diwali.
Happy Diwali.
So, tonight
Yeah.
is November 6th.
Yeah.
And tonight we have celebrated the Indian Festival of Lights, also known as Diwali. And I have on my traditional
Right. Let me see this.
Indian clothing here.
Keep going. Back.
So, I'm wearing my kurta, which is the top part, which is supposed to go down this far. Now, normally there would be some pants and some kind of sandals or some little pointy, cool shoes that would go along with this. But I just got the kurta part because it was kind of expensive.
Right.
Bombay Emporium. But it's very nice. It's very comfy.
Excellent.
And, you know, sort of like wearing really nice fancy pajamas that you can go to a party with, which I like. So, we went to the Diwali party at the business school.
Right.
And there were millions of people there. And
Yeah, there
it was
were.
a lot of fun. And we watched a play that explained to us the meaning of Diwali, only it was very silly and fun, so it didn't quite explain it. So then they had to actually explain it.
Right. And Anurag was in it.
And Anurag was in it. He was the villain.
Which is awesome.
Which he was great at that.
He was hysterical.
And they had...
Sorry, I'm turning it down.
It's okay. And they had music, Indian music, and there was Bollywood dancing. And then Anurag and a couple of other people inexplicably had a band that played all kinds of crazy non-Indian music.
The Oxymorons.
They did Britney Spears, and what else did they do?
Knocking on Heaven's Door.
Guns N' Roses.
And The Wall.
And Pink Floyd. All traditional Indian music. And we had food, and the food was good.
It was yummy.
And then we went to the turf and had a lovely drink at the turf, and now we are home after a long day. And so this on my forehead, Jen also has one, which we'll see in a second. But that is a symbol of the third eye, which is sort of your inner spiritual component or spiritual nature.
Right.
And it sort of represents the energy that you have and is a good luck thing to sort of bring that out like that. So I thought it was a really good night, all in all.
It was.
It was good. And everybody was very friendly and sweet, and that was cool. And Daniela was there, too.
Yay, Daniela.
So that was cool. So it's just been good.
Excellent.
And Jen is wearing what's left, sort of the nightshirt component of...
My chemise.
Your chemise. I was going to ask. I couldn't remember the name.
Yeah, I also have on, like, tights and leg warmers and stuff, but that was underneath because it's damn cold here.
So this chemise is part of what, Jen?
My 18th century clothing.
Oh, that's right.
So I promised I would wear tonight because I'm not at Rev War.
Right.
It's a very sad thing.
Which is this weekend.
Yeah. And they'd be doing Guy Fawkes. And actually, in 15 minutes, the tavern opens. Ugh.
Oh, man. I do wish we could be there for that, too, somehow.
That. So I was all dressed up
in
my 18th century clothing.
Corset and all.
Corset and all. Nicely tied by you.
Thanks.
I felt a bit iffy when I first went in because I didn't want them to think I was like one of the British colonists coming to ruin their Indian parade because that's awful and I would never do that.
But I don't think anyone thought that. Everybody was very sweet.
Eventually everybody was very sweet.
You did get one fun question in the bathroom, I thought.
Yeah, I was like, where'd you get your costume? And I was like, well, this is from the American Revolution. She's like, oh, is it because of Thanksgiving? I'm like, not yet.
So as far as she knew, Americans dress up in colonial clothes for Thanksgiving, which I suppose
kind of like
we could, you know,
I think
why not, right?
Jazzier. Although, then you'd have to wear pilgrim outfits. And pilgrim outfits are not nearly as cool as normal colonial American outfits.
Right. Oh, and tourists totally stopped to take pictures of you tonight, didn't they?
Totally did.
And then they almost got run over by a bus.
Which was not cool. But they didn't get run over.
They didn't, thank goodness. And we saw more of the crazy people in their ridiculously skimpy outfits running around in the cold.
Yeah.
Because it's pretty cold tonight.
It is very chilly. And I had my trench coat on because I couldn't bring my cape.
Right.
So then with that, my little handbag and my hat, I look like Mary Poppins. And I'm sure that's what most people thought.
Yes. Especially from behind with that black coat and the wide brimmed hat, there was definitely a Mary Poppins sort of look going on.
But I kept my promise.
You did.
And even though we're doing something completely unrelated, I totally wore my 18th century clothing.
And I think in general, people really were quite cool with it. So.
And then we got to go to the turf.
Which was nice.
Which is always nice.
And you had whiskey, which is not your normal thing. So that was new.
Yeah, they didn't have the mulled wine, which is sad.
Well, they had it, but they were sold out, right?
Because it's the turf and nobody freaking goes there.
Right.
So hard to find my foot. Yes.
And we were asked for directions a couple of times, and we knew exactly where things were, which was very cool. And as soon as we got home and walked in, somehow the ducks knew this or saw a movement, or the ducks and the geese, and they started swimming towards our little back dock area because they have become accustomed to us feeding them, and that's pretty cute. We get welcomed when we come home.
Yeah. I mean, in lieu of having like a dog or a cat welcome you, we have geese. We
have geese. So it was a good night overall.
Very good night.
But I suppose we shall sign off.
Yes, we shall.
All right.